name's Charlize.
And we are Bro Friends Forever! We're gonna do a story time talking about the first time that we met.
Yes. There was 2 first times.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about the first one
Hear us
first.
out. Okay.
So
yeah. I remember, rewind 4 years ago. Okay.
Wasn't like 7th grade? No, wait.
8th grade. I was
8th grade.
And I was getting off the bus, and I usually I'll get off the bus and I will wait for my best friend Malia for her bus to come, and then we would walk home together because we lived in the same like apartment or whatever. And her bus was taking a really long time to come, so I'm like, I guess I'll walk to the store. And I walked down to the store, and then on my way back up, I saw a bus that I thought was Malia's bus. I thought it was her school bus, so I ran up to it and I stood at the doors and I'm like, hey, yay! And then I saw kids get off that weren't Malia, and I'm like, this is embarrassing. And then off came my friend Tyra, who you guys know from the Fierce 4 video, and me and Tyra known each other since kindergarten. So I was like, oh my god, long time no see, because we went off to different schools, and it was like, oh my god, it was like a little mini reunion, and she had this friend with her. And she was just standing there, you know, looking off into space. And you know me, I don't care that she's standing there. Me and Tyra are catching up on the whole time. I'm like, hey girl, you know, and then she's just this random girl just grabs out the headphones on my neck, and she's like, oh my god, where did you get them? And I was like, what?
Okay, I was a weird child in middle school.
Still weird.
Okay, but I was very dramatic and big and felt like introducing myself was very awkward, so I'd do things to kind of introduce myself.
Yeah, you still
in
do
a weird
that.
way.
You still do that.
But not as big.
So
her headphones were Hello Kitty ones?
They were
what am I talking
skull
about?
candy.
Yeah,
pink and white skull candy.
Yes. Pink and white skull candy ones, and I didn't have any headphones, and I was in need for headphones, and I really liked her headphones, so I was like, oh my gosh, where'd you get these? I do that all the time.
You didn't have to touch my headphones. I did not know, and I used to be, I was like a really goofy person, but when I first met people, I was kind of a bougie person too, and still to this day, whatever. But like I was like, why is she touching me? And I'm like, and she's like, where'd you get them? And it was like at least 5 seconds of us just staring at each other, and I'm like, and she's like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know, my mom got these for me for Christmas. And she's like, oh my god, do you have them in blue? And I'm like, actually I do, because Malia had gotten the exact same pair, and hers were blue, but she didn't want them because they broke. And I'm like, I'll take them. And yeah, I'm like, actually I do, but they're broken. And she's like, I don't care. And I'm like, okay. And then Tyra was like, that's Charlize. Charlize is my, like, she introduced. I'm like, hey girl. And she's like, hey. And I'm like, all right, what are you guys about to do? And they're like, about to go home. And then I'm like, okay, well, see you guys. It was nice. Oh, da da da. And then, yeah, that was our first time meeting each other. And it was not like a bad encounter. Like, I was laughing the whole time.
It was just a weird encounter.
It was weird.
Because I am weird, and I'm a very out person-ish thing.
One school year later, and it was 9th grade, and by that time I had gotten into Kappa, and I got on the bus on my first day, and I saw Charlize there on the bus, and I'm like, I don't know this girl. Like, I was like, I don't know this girl, but I do. Like, something in my head was like, she looks so familiar. Did you remember me?
I remember you a little bit, but I didn't know why.
Yeah,
I know. I do remember waving at you, but you didn't wave back. So
no,
it was like,
you waved at me.
Yeah, I was like,
oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. She had her headphones in anyway.
Yeah, I was staring at her. I'm like, how do I know this girl? I know
yeah.
This girl. But yeah, so we were on the bus, and then I got off. I'm so stupid. I got off like at least a mile.
Like 3-4 blocks.
Yeah.
Away from our school. So.
Like at least a lot of blocks before I should have gotten off the bus, and I walked like for 20 minutes to the school.
I knew where the bus stop to get off closer to the school was, so I was looking at her like, why is she getting off here? But I couldn't tell her that this is not the stop because she was already off. So I got off like blocks away, like where we're supposed to, closer to the school, and then I never saw her for the rest of the day. Well, I saw her in our majors.
Yeah, we had majors classes together.
And Tyra was late again, so I was the first one on, and then she got on. But then when we were nearing downtown, I was like, why do you get off here? And she was like, I don't know, this is the stop I'm supposed to get off. I'm like, no, there's a closer stop. Just stay, just sit. And you're like, and she was like, okay. Like putting her trust into a somewhat stranger, and I was like, just pause. So she got off where I got off, and then we walked to school. We didn't really talk much on our way to school. We just like,
when we got off, I remember exactly what happened. As soon as we pulled up to that stop, I'm like, oh, and you're like, yeah. And then we got off and we walked to school. That was how that went.
Now, when this second time that we met, we really didn't like each other.
Not at all.
We hated each other. Mm-hmm. So by the time Tyra started coming to school on time, she like would steal Tyra away from me. And Tyra's my best friend. She's like one of my longest friends. One of the longest, closest friends. So I thought I was losing my friend, and I get very defensive. I get very defensive when that stuff happens.
She was jealous. I don't know why. If I would have known, if she would have told me, like, oh, I think you're trying to steal Tyra away from me, I'd be like, honey, no. Oh God, no. And then we could have really been friends, because
earlier.
I was mad at her because of her attitude. Her attitude was because she was mad at me because she thought I was trying to steal Tyra.
And we were like,
Tyra since kindergarten. I had nothing to lose. She wasn't going nowhere. No offense, but that's just what it is.
And then like on the bus, she would ask Tyra to listen to the song. Now, I didn't think this was offensive at the time. This was literally me just being me. But she would ask Tyra to listen to a song or something, like, listen to this. She would put one headphone into Tyra's ear. But I'd still be talking to Tyra because I was talking to Tyra and stuff. And then she'll be like, I'll wait. Like, she'll wait until we're done talking because she thought I was interrupting how Tyra listened to music. And I didn't think so. I'm like, she can listen and talk at the same time. I know now that's not a thing. But yeah. And we just did not start off on a good foot. And Tyra, we used to say that our like relationship
our aesthetic
was one of us would be laughing and another one would be swole. It was either like I will be laughing, Demai will be swole, or Demai will be laughing and I'd be swole. It was hilarious.
There was no between. It was always, she would, like, one of us, we could never be happy at the same time. Like Charlize will be laughing and you look over and I'm like, and then vice versa.
Other friends, not Tyra, but another friend got off before us, and we took a walk in this park that's not really close to our houses.
It was after I joined ATC.
Yeah, after she joined ATC.
Alumni Theater Company.
And we just took a walk there and was just chilling there for a little bit. And we talked.
Park. Because we were both, because the guy that she liked me at the time. And we were like, and I was like, she was upset about it. And she's like, how could he flirt with you in front of me? I'm like, girl, you are so much better than that. And she's like, I am? And I'm like, yes! What do you mean? And I'm giving her this pep talk, and I'm like, I don't want him. You shouldn't want him either. He's stupid. And then like, that's when I first confessed to her how flawless I thought she was. And then she was like, really? I felt the same way about you. And I'm like, really? And then we were just talking for a really long time. And like, boys are stupid. Boys are stupid.
A whole year of school, we did not like each other. 9th grade year, we hated each other. I had a whole nother friend that used to egg on my hate for this lovely person.
Whenever we had that really long talk, that's when I knew she was my friend. And then I knew she was my best friend whenever it was sophomore year, and it was like the first day of winter break, and we got into a fight about something stupid.
Oh my
and we were at the bus stop mad at each other while it was snowing, and Tyra was there, and she's like, okay, look, I am not gonna have my two best friends fighting, especially when they're best friends.
And we didn't know we were best friends, really.
Yeah.
We just knew that we were close, but we were like, whatever.
whenever she said that, I was thinking in my head, like, we're best friends?
Yeah, I was like,
maybe we are best friends.
Maybe we are. Maybe.
That fight, I got home, and I wasn't home for more than, maybe 10 minutes. I'll say 10.
Okay, 10 minutes.
I wasn't home for more than 10 minutes, and then I got a call, and it was from Charlize. And she was like, hi. And I'm like, hi. And she's like, are you mad at me? I'm like, no. Are you mad at me? And she's like, no. I was like, oh, thank God. And then we just started started talking about our life problems. We were like, yeah, and then my mom, girl, moms like to do that. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. We weren't even enemies now. The lesson should be always be open to meeting new people.
Yeah.
Because
and new personalities.
And new personalities, because me and her are exactly the same, but we're also like completely different at
Polar
the same
opposites
time.
at the same time.
That's why whenever I first met her in 8th grade, I was so thrown off, because I'm like, this girl is too much. And I used to be kind of introverted in middle school. I used to listen to BBB and do like, I was like in this like really weird punk phase or whatever. So when I first met her, I was like really like standoffish, and she was just like too much for me. And I'm like, this is too much. And now she's perfect for a friend. Like,
she's perfect for a friend.
Yeah, that's kind of how friendship works. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. All different pieces, but they all come together, you know? Like the Fierce Four. Yeah. We are all so different, but we all come together
so perfectly, and we kind of create like the perfect person. If we were all one person.
If the four of us were in one person, watch out, world. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back next week with yet another story time with something way more exciting that we will be doing
but it's a surprise.
In the upcoming week that you guys don't know about just yet. But please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Let my people get.